I want to thank you for this recognition. I'd also like to thank Interdisciplinary Engineering, Freshman Engineering, Purdue University, and West Lafayette, Indiana. I acknowledge good fortune in my life. I'd like to mention a few things, starting with the Sputnik era. It was in the 60s when there was a lot of latitude that came to kind of kids that fiddled around with things. They were somehow seen as our future. By the time I was a senior, I had free access to the teletype in Mr. Clark's math room. That's in high school, and we had a teletype connection to the Illinois Institute of Technology, which had decided that high school kids should have some access to this new thing called computing. I also want to thank my friend Jerry at that time, who was shocked to discover that I had not even thought about applying to college when he and his friends had already been accepted. He opens his folder and hands me an application. He says, "This is Purdue, fill it out tonight and send it today." And I did, and it's the only place I applied, and thankfully they took me. I especially appreciated, because I hadn't made a lot of plans, I ended up in freshman engineering and a cohort of similar people on that transition out of high school and into college, where you really had a lot of responsibility for your own education, but you didn't have to make big decisions right away. I chose EE maybe because I didn't think I was up to all the other disciplines I saw, but I'd fooled with electronics as a kid, so it seemed to match. By the time I was there, I was really appreciative of the openness of the few computing facilities on campus. The PDP-9 room, for example, was a computer that Leon Chua, who was new to the department as faculty, had arranged to have a computer with a graphical display. And I was enchanted by that ability to make things move on the screen. This was very rare back then. I also found my way to late night programming in departmental teletypes, not much different than Mr. Clark's, but they went directly to the Purdue Computing Center, and I would while away the hours late at night writing programs that didn't need to be written, but that were capturing my attention when my calculus homework wasn't. But one spring, the computing center called and wanted to know if I'm the person that wrote this particular program. I thought I was in big trouble because with that program you could read out the low memory of the computer and see what stuff was in there, passwords and that kind of stuff. But instead they offered me a summer job. Talk about good fortune. So student life was good for me. Becoming a graduate was even better. I kept the same job, but a substantial bump in pay. And even better, I got a staff parking permit. I stayed there for a number of years. Friends moved on. I thought that was hard. I picked up a master's degree in computer science, mostly as an excuse to job hunt and leave. Reports from the computer culture forming in the Bay. It was a counterculture too, but it was pretty exciting. Homebrew Computer Club had all the people who later became legendary. But it was Tektronix in Oregon, where engineers were making tools for engineers. And that I thought was pretty attractive. I was especially sold when I saw their campus, their industrial park looked just like our campus, and there were even staff on break playing Frisbee. Now this much I could understand. I will say that after a long life, that technology comes and goes. Jobs come and go with it. being able to make something of whatever's in front of you. But my Purdue engineering background has stayed with me. The creative doing, out of a self-motivation and an appreciation for things that are of interest to others, has stood by me every day. With that, I hope you find some inspiration, and again, thank you.